Bonjour, and it's Debbie here from Languages with Debbie. And today we're doing French lesson 16. Let's get into it. It's all about asking people what they do, what their job is, or what they're studying. So we're going to start by reminding you about the difference between tu and vous. Qu'est-ce que vous faites means what do you do, and qu'est-ce que tu fais means what do you do. And if you've watched other lessons, can you remember what the difference is? I'll remind you. So you use vous in a formal sense, or if you're talking to more than one person. So if you're being polite and you don't know the person very well, use vous, qu'est-ce que vous faites. If you're on slightly more friendly terms and more with younger people, they would use tu, or you would use tu if you're talking to a child, for example. So, but you wouldn't really say to a child, what do you do in life? Because you would know they were at school. But you might have got to know somebody a wee bit and feel comfortable using tu. In fact, a French person will say to you, tu peux me tutoyer. Did you catch that? Tu peux me tutoyer means you can use tu with me. I'll put that phrase up for you later, okay? So, repeat after me, please. Qu'est-ce que vous faites? Qu'est-ce que tu fais? Now, you could add in at the end, dans la vie. Dans la vie means in life. What's your job? That's what it means. So, obviously, I can't write every single job in the world on a list here, but I'll do a few with you. And if there's any other one that you want me to tell you in another lesson, please drop something in the comments for me and I'll teach you that some other time. Je suis étudiant. Now, if you've watched some of my previous lessons, you'll know that if you put an E in brackets at the end, that means it's for a female. So, je suis étudiant is for a male. Je suis étudiante. Étudiante. And in that case, you pronounce the T. You don't pronounce the T with the male version, okay? Étudiant. Étudiante. The accent on the E will tell you that that's an A sound. Étudiant. Étudiante. Right? That's a student. Je suis, I am. So you're going to put that at the beginning of each sentence. Écrivain. Écrivain. Or écrivaine. Changes the pronunciation, okay, as well as the spelling. So that's a writer. A writer. You might want to take notes here. Écrivain, écrivaine. Mécanicien, mécanicienne. Now that's a mechanic, okay? You could be a female mechanic, in which case it's mécanicienne. So again, the pronunciation is different. It's got an N-E at the end, and it's not mécanicien, it's mécanicienne. Je suis dans la finance. Dans la finance, it means you're probably something like an accountant. It means you're dealing with money. You could be in banking, but it's a general term for somebody that's in the money business. Je suis dans les affaires. Je suis dans les affaires. It doesn't mean you're having an affair. It means that you're in business. Les affaires. Business. Dans les affaires. Now, in the past lessons, I have told you about the liaison of sound. S before a vowel, before an A there. You've got this liaison of sound, so it sounds like a Z. Dans les affaires. Dans les affaires. À mon compte. À mon compte. It means you're self-employed. Au chômage. Au chômage. That's unemployed as opposed to self-employed. I hope I didn't say that first one wrong. But that's a self-employed and that's unemployed. En congé means that you're taking time off. Something like being on sabbatical. But it might not be a sabbatical, but it could just be you're taking a month or two off. En congé. Again, the accent over the E tells you that it's a sound, congé. Professeur, a male teacher. Professeuse, female teacher. Right, you might want to ask them what are they studying. If they've told you they're a student, or if you already know they're a student, you might want to ask, what are you studying? Qu'est-ce que vous étudiez? Qu'est-ce que vous étudiez? There's that liaison of sound. Vous étudiez. So that, remember, is for somebody that you're being very polite with. And qu'est-ce que tu études? That's maybe a younger person. Qu'est-ce que tu études? Or somebody that you're friendly with. Qu'est-ce que tu études? What are you studying? And again, I can't put a list of every subject that you might study, but here's a few. J'étudie l'art. J'étudie l'art. That is art. J'étudie la littérature. J'étudie la littérature. I'm studying literature. J'étudie les sciences. Les sciences. Science. J'étudie la philosophie. La philosophie. Philosophy. J'étudie les mathématiques. Mathématiques. There's the accent again. You don't pronounce the S at the end, okay? Les mathématiques. And just to finish off today, I want to give you that phrase that I told you about at the beginning. If somebody in France says to you, or a French person says to you, tu peux me tutoyer, here's how it's written. Tu peux me tutoyer. Okay, they're giving you permission to address them as tu rather than vous. So that's all for today's French lesson. I hope you've enjoyed it. Please subscribe to the channel so you can get more of these free lessons. Bye for now, or should I say, au revoir.